This is okay. All right. The direction that you go, the direction that you face. You go the direction that you face, right? And that another way that you can talk about that is what you think about, you bring about. The things you think about the most, you get more of, you attract it into your life, right? So you go the direction you face. If your North Star is recruiting to build district leaders, independent legs, that's what you're going to create in your life. If your North Star and your main vision is problems in your life, my gosh, it's always this. It's always something, right, Ian? You ever get that call from someone on your team? It's always something, right, Ian? You know what I'm saying? And you be like, Ian's like, nope, I don't know what you're saying. You go the direction you face, and direction determines destination. Okay? Direction determines. Shondell, can you send me in a link? Just text me or telegram me this Zoom meeting, please. The link, so I could forward it to somebody on my team. So you go the direction you face, and direction determines destination, right? So like the overall destination, this is why I wanted to share my screen. Now I'm just waiting for Shondell to send it to me. There we go. Now I gotta share. Am I in? No? There we go. All right, so if you go to your POL and you go to Dream Calculator, has anyone ever seen that? Okay, so I wonder who uses it. And the reason I encourage you guys to use it is because it shows you destination. It's the bigger picture. It's why you're fighting. It's what you're fighting, it's what you're fighting for, right? Like, my gosh, congratulations to Esralda, who I appreciate you chiming in. We're going to deliver for you today, because the only reason, contrary to popular belief, the only reason why you go out and do 4,700 in production, in personal production in 1 week, is so that you can teach it to somebody else. Because the real reason people come to Primerica, guys, is for one word: freedom. And freedom can be defined in 2 words: money and time. Money and time. So with this, I don't know what just happened. With this, oh, okay, cool. So with this Dream Calculator, it actually shows like what your monthly income can be, and you can design what kind of business you want. Okay, let's assume that you're a regional vice president, right? And just put 85 for QBI. Ask your regional vice president what that means. But let's say Esralda is doing 10,000 personal, which is what her goal is. But she has a couple senior reps that she's training, eventually become district leaders, which is what we're training on today. And she has a couple district leaders, 5, 6 district leaders that are, generating 5-10 sales every month, and a couple division leaders. Why? Because Esmeralda is focusing on getting wide, and when you're focused on getting wide, you have multiple titles that are direct to you, right? You've got division leaders that are, doing 5, 6, 7 sales each and every month. And then you have a couple regional leaders, right, that are killing it. You know what this is called? This is called a big base shop. On the screen, this is what it looks like the actual numbers. 120,000 of production coming in. You see? And everyone looks to Shaq and Samir, for leadership, and that's great. But you didn't come here to make Shaq and Samir rich. You came to change your family tree, right? So you have to walk and talk like a regional vice president even before you're a regional vice president, right? For those of you that have any interest in doing securities, I put that in there myself. Okay, and we'll even just say 5 million under management. 1, 2, 3. What does that say at the bottom? Did I cut out? Okay. $77,000 a month, right? $932,000 a year. Can you pay your bills with that, guys? Yes. But see, that's the bigger picture. You go the direction that you face, and having a goal and a vision, it's like a magnetic force pulling you towards where you're overall looking to get, right? So as we go through this training, just know there's an end goal, right? There's a picture on a canvas that you're looking to create, and we're not just looking to recruit just to recruit. We're looking to recruit to develop district leaders' legs that can perform without Esmeralda needing to be there, because that's where freedom lies. All right, so let's get into it. All right, I had somebody ask me a question yesterday. Josh, on average, how long does it take for you to turn someone into a district leader? And that's a loaded question because everybody's a little different. However, on average, I've had people do it in 30 days, right? I personally did it in like 3 weeks. And I think on average, it takes 60 days. 60 days for somebody to come in, go on training appointments enough to where they feel confident somewhat, take their test, pass their test, learn how to do a recruiting appointment, learn how to prospect, learn how to overcome objections. These are all things you have to teach someone else. You got to master it yourself, though. But I believe it takes about 60 days on average. Next. So where does it start? Okay, the start to 60 days later, the start is the orientation. You've got to develop a monster orientation. All right. And again, direction determines destination. And what do I mean by that? The newest recruit is going to follow the direction that you give them. Some people in their orientation, they do an orientation with a new recruit and they just have them get right to studying. That's it. Hey, we'll set appointments next time. Don't worry about it. And that's getting the new recruit off to a what? Slow start. Why is that? Because of their trainer, right? The trainer determines direction. Some people have a focus on QAs getting set, and that's a great focus to have. Setting QAs, 3 to 5 is the magic number with a new recruit in their orientation. Setting 3 to 5 brand new QAs with them, that's a good number. You see, I focus on sending out as many 3-way text messages as possible. 20 is my magic number. 10 for potential new recruits and 10 for potential QAs to go on, right? So we want to get them off to a fast start, and we want to give them a goal, a target to focus on. Okay, so what I just said is the focal points, to execute on, those 3-way text messages. But since direction determines destination, I want to give them a big goal, not my limiting beliefs, okay, based on what I may have done in my past, because what I've done in my past has nothing to do with this new recruit that I'm training. I want you guys to understand something. There are 6,000 Primerica offices in the country. And there's a office in California, and they have someone that got a $15,000 training bonus check in their training. Okay. That means at the high point, their trainer helped them build a team of 50 and get 50 clients during their training. How about that? That is why. And what if the person training them only did, like, I don't know, 3 by 3,000 in their training? See, if they placed the limiting belief, like, that's what I expect of you, 3 by 3,000, well, then that's all they would have done. But instead, they did 50 by 50,000 in their training. It was like 60 to 70 days of training, because it takes longer to get licensed in Cali. You see, that's what I mean by zero limiting beliefs during the orient. So that's step one. Do not place any restrictions on your newest recruit's belief during their orientation. And then we got making a list and checking it twice, like Santa Claus. And what do I mean by checking it twice? Qualifying the market, okay? You have to show a new recruit the right things to do, just like you have to show a baby, a toddler, the right things to do in this life. Like, don't run into the street, okay, unattended. Hold my hand, okay? Don't use the bathroom right there on the floor. You got to go to the toilet. These are things you have to teach the new baby, the new toddler. Okay, don't touch that glass. Don't touch that glass. You have to teach the new toddler, and you have to teach the new recruit. Don't just go meet with anybody, not with just anybody. You'll waste your time, and then you'll come back like, oh my gosh, this Primerica thing doesn't work. You have to make sure you qualify their list, so they know how to qualify people in general, and then officially other people's lists when they start training. It's building the right habits up front. Qualifying someone's market, it's obvious. You're asking, is this person married? Does this person have kids? What age bracket is this person in? That's the third one. The fourth one is, what do they do for work? Because that will tell you a lot up front. And then I like to ask the fifth question, have you known this person to have any medical concerns? Yesterday, I did that, And the first person that was on my orientations list with this new recruit, it was their mother. And it's like, okay, good. And then we get to the medical questions, guys. And the person said, yes, she had like a heart transplant recently or something like that. Whoa, ding, 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 ding. Hey, I have a securities license, so I may want to very well meet with her mother, but maybe I'll put that on the back burner for now. We'll come back to that. Who's the next person on your list? Esralda, the new recruit. Who's that? Are they married? Do they have kids? What age bracket are they in? What do they do for work? Have you known them to have any medical concerns? That's making a list and checking it twice. That's what that is. And you're going to get the most for your time while training them. And you're going to know if should I spend a lot of time with this recruit, or should I focus on getting more, like instead of spending most of my time with this recruit. And then 3, you got to set and give goals. Set / give the goals, because they don't know any different, right? So I kind of already alluded to that. Don't set any limiting beliefs. Tell them what you'd like to do with them. I'd like to get you a $5,000 training bonus. In order to do that, based on where the bonus is right now, $200 for every 1 by 1,000, you would need to do like, I don't know, I think it's like 30 by 30. Imagine that, 30 by 30 in 30 days. Why not? It's got a ring to it, 30 by 30 in 30 days. Now, how do you do that? I need us to go on 5 to 10 training appointments a week for the next 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. Okay. 5 to 10 training appointments. Dude, it's better than, like, what if they fall short? Well, it's better than telling them we need to at least go on 1 training appointment per week. And now they're going on 0 because you said 1, right? And then now it's time to actually set the appointments, right? And how do you set appointments with a new recruit? First, you tell them to set an appointment with you. Give it a shot. And they're going to stumble and they're going to mess up. And then you're going to feed them the real script. Here's how you do it, son. And then you get into setting appointments, right? But this is the mentality of a monster orientation, because the orientation is the most important meeting in Primerica, guys. It's the most important meeting in Primerica because it's where you, the trainer, find out if this is quality or not. And you need to, dig deeper into their market to find the quality, or maybe this is the quality and you need to spend a lot of time with this person. It's also the most important one for them because it's their first experience of Primerica. Okay? You got to master this. And the next step is
field training. All right. So as far as field training goes, guys, this is very critical. I think that a lot of people sometimes say, oh, field training is just the way for me to get sales, right? That's not really the point. It's field training, right? In order to make sure other people can start doing what you're doing, right? And you have to be intentional with your field training. You have to make sure that, just like Josh was saying, your recruits have a focus that they need to be on a certain amount of appointments weekly. They need to know, and when you recruit the person, they need to know that they have to do presentations or else, and they need to learn the presentation. You have to let people know that throughout this process, you need to take notes. because I am going to quiz you and I'm going to ask you questions about this.